Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Allevo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. It's Labor Day. Remember, the markets are still closed, and also the Jackson County Regional Livestock Market, making sure you know that they have a bred cow sale over 120 head this Friday at 6 p.m. Details at jcrlm.com, your livestock authority. Well, the National Association of Animal Breeders began tracking beef semen sales to dairy farmers in 2020. Of the 7.2 million units of beef semen sold that year, 5 million units were purchased by dairy farmers. That number eventually climbed to 7.9 million of the 9.7 million units sold in 2024, according to CoBank in their latest research announcement. Their skyrocketing purchases of beef semen reflect the extent to which dairy farmers choose to produce calves destined for beef production rather than dairy herds. As the supply of dairy heifers has dwindled and their value has climbed, dairy farmers are calling fewer cows to keep the milk flowing. They have also made significant changes in semen purchases to help remedy the shortage of replacement heifers by purchasing more gender-sorted units to create more dairy heifer calves. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
Dry for a large part of Ohio today. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at that forecast update. No major issues here in the short haul for us. Temperatures are going to be slowly but surely climbing higher. I don't think we're looking at well above normal temperatures anytime soon, but you get the idea. We're going to be putting together a pretty nice set of days here as we start off the work week. Your Labor Day forecast continues to be dry. We're going to be dry and warmer tomorrow and Wednesday. Frontal boundary finally trying to work its way in here for Thursday. That front brings anywhere from a tenth to 3/4 of an inch, 80% coverage. Behind it, we are significantly cooler to finish the week and go into the weekend. Clouds and sunshine through that period. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. In a surprise announcement, Australia recently announced an end to restrictions on U.S. bison along with U.S. beef. U.S. bison had been effectively banned from Australia since the 2003 finding of bovine spongiform encephalopathy, or BSE, in a dairy cow in Washington state. Now it seems positive signs are opening for key Asian markets to U.S. bison, including Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. Back with more after this.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultants sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
As we approach the long days of harvest, the Ohio Soybean Council continues investing in the future of the soybean industry. Your checkoff contribution supports ongoing education programs and collaborative outreach to inspire the next generation of agricultural leaders. You can count on the Ohio Soybean Council to support you and future generations on your farm with opportunities that make a difference. Visit soyohio.org to see all the ways the Ohio Soybean Council is invested in your future. That's soyohio.org.
While the markets are closed today, they had a pretty good run on Friday. Let's find out more about what was driving that. Today's market analysis brought to you by the Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to be building the newest state-of-the-art soybean crush facility in Upper Sandusky, Ohio. For marketing information to LDC, call 574-566-2113. Here's Ryan Martin.
Grain markets finished strong on Friday. No move through the next 24 hours here. The Labor Day holiday weekend is going to be extended all the way through this afternoon period on Monday. I do expect some regular overnight trade to develop and go through the Tuesday time frame then. As we move through the rest of the week, trade headlines are going to be the number one story. But let's talk weather a little bit as well. We do have a significant frontal boundary trying to come down later this week. Does it bring a lot of moisture? No, I don't think so. snow, anywhere from a tenth to maybe 3/4 of an inch at Thursday night into Friday. But what we're also seeing is a significant push of cooler air. And there's been some talk in areas to the north of a season-ending frost up into Michigan and especially back in the upper Midwest. We'll see whether that plays into anything in this market. There were some later planted crops out in that part of the world. Here, I don't think we're at risk of anything. We're really relatively close to the Great Lakes, and it's not going to be a big story, but I'm sure all those talking head meteorologists out there, the social media meteorologists, are going to continue to talk this cool story up. So pay attention. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. On Friday's close, September corn up 12.5 at $3.98. December up 10.25 at $4.20 The September soybeans were up 8.5 at $10.36 November up 6.5 at $10.54 In the wheat, September up 7.75 at $5.18. October cattle up 272 at $239.65. October lean hogs up 75 cents at 95.02, and October feeder cattle up $2.95 at 364.47. This is the Ohio AgNet.